Hey everybody, and welcome to my review of the LEGO Ninjago Cole's Elemental Earth Mech. This is set number 71806 and it comes with 235 pieces and is recommended for ages 7 and up. We're going to kick off this review by taking a look at the minifigures that come in the set, starting with Cole. And I think this is a really good looking minifigure. He has a lot of detail. I really like the orange and black design LEGO decided to go with here as it matches the mech he comes with perfectly. He's also got a lot of printed detail on his chest and legs. And I'm a really big fan of the mask that they decided to go with here and how it's dual molded again in that orange and black. It looks really solid. Making our way to the back of Cole here, you can see he's got a relatively solid back print as well. I do wish this minifigure came with a little bit of arm printing. I think having some orange on the arms would have really made it pop. But again, overall, I think this is a relatively solid looking minifigure and I think it's a great addition to this set. I also forgot to mention that I do like the mask face print that is included with this set to give the effect of Cole's face being completely covered up. Here's what the mask face print looks like without the headpiece completely covering his face. And this figure does come with a second facial expression depicting Cole without a mask at all. Here's what Cole looks like while wearing the mask without the face print, and he comes with the gold katana as an accessory. The next minifigure we're going to be taking a look at is called the Wolf Mask Warrior. I do like the colors with this figure. With the blue and purple, it kind of reminds me of a wild berry Pop-Tart. And just like with Cole, I do feel like this figure has a relatively good chest and leg print. But in my opinion, where this figure really shines is in the dual molded wolf mask. And I really like the mold of this mask, especially with the hood in the back there. It really gives the effect of this minifigure is wearing a mask. As well as the overall detail of the mask itself, I think it's a really solid design and I think LEGO did a good job pulling it off. Turning the minifigure all the way around, you can see that it has a relatively solid back print as well. I said it in my last LEGO Ninjago review and I'll say it again here, I feel like Ninjago has some really solid minifigure designs. And if you want to see me do more LEGO Ninjago reviews, be sure to let me know in the comments below and like the video and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss them. Removing the wolf mask, you can see that this figure does come with a face print as well as a silver sword as an accessory. And surprisingly, this figure comes with a second facial expression. With both of the minifigures out of the way, we're now ready to talk about Cole's Elemental Earth Mech, which just like the Cole minifigure, it is primarily decked out in orange and black, and it comes with a really big hammer as an accessory, and surprisingly, you're able to pose this mech without it toppling over due to the weight of the hammer, which I thought was going to be a problem when I bought this set, but I'm happy to say you can pose the mech in a wide variety of poses while holding the hammer and it won't fall over. There's this really nice printed piece found directly in the middle of the mech, and as we make our way down the arm of the mech, I do like the overall design of it. Especially with the transparent orange piece there, I think that looks really good, and I assume it's meant to represent lava or hot rock. I also like the design of the fingers of this mech and how they have a curve to them to represent a shovel. I don't know, just kind of adds to the earthy feel of the mech in my opinion. There's nothing special about the back of this mech. It looks kind of messy in my opinion, and I wish they could have tidied it up just a little bit. This mech does come with a hammer as a weapon, and I think overall the design is simple but effective to what it needs to be. And the hammer does fit rather securely in the hands of the mech. This is thanks to the use of a black Technic pin that connects to the mech's hand. And the hammer feels relatively sturdy once it's in place, and both hands of the mech have a hole for this Technic piece to go in if you wanted to have the mech hold the hammer in the other hand. Moving on to the bottom of the mech, I do like the big bulky knee pads. I think they correspond well to the shoulders. The design of the feet for this mech are pointed and jagged looking, which again I think adds to the overall earthy feel and design of the mech. There's also a small gray clip on the left leg of the mech, and it can hold Cole's golden katana. Putting Cole inside the mech is rather simple. You pull down the chest piece and there's a couple of studs on the inside for Cole to sit on. Once you have Cole securely fastened, you take that chest piece and you pull it back up, and then he's good to go. And I do think that once Cole is placed inside the mech, he looks rather cool. Again, I love how the minifigure incorporates the same orange and black design as the mech as they go together and blend really well. The mech does come with some pretty good articulation. Both of the shoulders are on ball joints, so they can be lifted up to the side and moved around in a circular motion. However, one thing I am disappointed by is with the new mech pieces LEGO makes, there's no articulation in the elbows. So what that means is the arm of the mech is completely stationary except for in the shoulders. There is some articulation in the waist, however, which is a nice inclusion. The fingers of the mech are also on hinges, which allows for them to be moved up and down. The hips of the mech are also connected by ball joints, so they can be moved out to the side as well as moved backwards and forward. However, just like with the elbows of the mech, I do wish there was some articulation in the knees to give it some more posability. However, on a positive note, I do feel like this makes the mech more durable when kids play with it. There's also a ball joint on the ankle of the mech, so the feet can be moved around as well. I bought this set for its suggested retail price of $20. And overall, I don't regret my purchase. I think both of the minifigures included are very well detailed and have some good quality. And overall, I do like the design of the mech, and I'm impressed with how durable it actually is. Thank you so much for watching my review, and be sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more future brick-built reviews.